It's October, boys. That of course means we need to update our tier list for Konosuba Fantastic Days. And this will actually be a little bit of a shorter video, but should still be really interesting because of one small debate that I kind of need to have here. So, if you didn't notice, in the last tier list update, I already included all the summer units that are coming out, and we already have October. We still have part 1, so most of October will actually be just summer units. So we have part 2 that is already in there, and we have part 3 which is already in there. So the only banner that got teased by Sissysoft that is not yet in the tier list is the Yukata free banner here with Amy and Iris. They're both dark units, and here's a little bit of an interesting thing. First up, let's just take a look at Iris, because I think Iris is the shorter one to talk about. Iris is a selfish unit. She has a single target HP condition skill that gives herself a tier 3 physical attack buff for 16 seconds with a 20 seconds cooldown, so you have 4 seconds of cooldown. And would you look at the second skill, it's a single target physical attack with HP condition again, that is a 4 second CDR. So in theory, she can kind of self-loop. Keep in mind though, no matter how you time it, you won't be able to get her skill 1 off while still being buffed, because it literally times out the exact same frame the skill gets ready again with no other CDR stuff. So she's in theory not bad. She just have 2 big problems. First up, she doesn't have much team support. She has a self buff, but in a physical dark team you probably run Mia or something like that as well, so you already have another physical attack buffer, so the buff doesn't do much. So the only thing she actually provides is damage and 4 second CDR for the team, which is nice to have, I guess, but like nothing too amazing. She works great again as a rear character, but to be honest, Dust is just way better than her in that regard. So this is pretty easy skip, especially because it's a permanent unit, and I don't think it's worth it. Especially if you keep in mind, after this banner, we might have one more filler banner, and then we just go straight into 2.5 ani, or collaborations, maybe copium. So yeah, that's an easy skip. The one discussion that I actually kind of have with myself here is Amy. Yes, if you don't believe me, Amy is the point of discussion. Why? Let's take a quick look at her kit. First up, she has a random hit, which is of course good. That's almost 400 damage with 1 skill on a 17-second cooldown, not too bad. But it kind of get offset by the fact that her second skill don't deal any damage, so you can just think she's a unit that has pretty much 2 normal skills with decent multipliers. Because for example, if you compare her with Lightning, even though both have an HP condition, they are 150 and 160 damage multiplier, you have 195 damage multiplier up here, so decent damage multiplier. Her heal also gives you a fixed heal interval, so I think 3 total healing ticks, 1 at 0 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, plus a tier 2 agility boost for 10 seconds. The big problem here is her skill cooldown. It's 21 seconds. Yes, you have an 11-second downtime on her speed boost. Even if you run her with, for example, a Union, that's still not good enough to have a permanent speed boost. So using her is kind of a bit hard, but the big problem here is her competition. Because if we take a quick look at the timeline, we can see that after her, the next dark unit that we are getting is a Vanir. It doesn't have a speed boost skill. Also, he doesn't synergize well with Amy and is not that good in general. Yeah, we scroll a little bit more down. Now we have Bofuri, another collab with actually a really good collab Chris, because she has a CDR skill and a speed skill. Only tier 1, so she's kind of like budget fast Chris, but good. Otherwise, Dark would be broken kinda. So she will just kill off Amy, because she can do what Amy can do, but with way more damage and a little bit less survivability, because she doesn't have to heal. But here we come to the point. We don't know when we get the collab. And if we scroll just a little bit more down, we have a new Elisa here, which is a Rash Red unit for Dark. So not a speed boost unit, so no competition in that regard for Amy and Fury. besides running no speed boost unit besides Fast Chris or something like that. You can probably still run Fast Chris, but it would be fine. Then the next speed unit would actually be Tokyo Aqua. Yes, we actually got a Dark Aqua in the future, kind of pog. And yeah, she's a speed boost unit for Dark. That's the third Ani. That could mean over half a year with no competition for Amy. Does this mean Amy will be used every arena? I don't know. Sorry guys, I simply don't know. I still personally think you can just survive good enough without Amy. Again, especially if she's a permanent unit. And while she's good and probably feels better to use than Fast Chris, I still think Fast Chris can just compete as well. So with that in mind, I put the 2 new units in the tier list. First up, we have Amy here in the strong unit tiers. I'm not sure if I should move her down because I feel like while they're both the same element, they have different worlds. We have one gauge up unit. Yes, I remember to pronounce it correct. Sorry, by the way. I just learned it recently from a viewer on the YouTube side. She brings gauge up versus speed boost. So they have different use cases, and with that I think it's fine that they're in a strong tier, but at the same time, probably for the November tier list, I will start moving things down a little bit. I teased it last time, I haven't done it yet, and I will be leaving soon for vacation for 2 weeks, so I don't have the time at the moment for it, since I need to prepare YouTube videos so you guys can watch stuff. But yeah, that's probably something for the next tier list. Otherwise, as a recap again, where are the bikini units that are coming? Lisa is in the meta unit here, up here, and Vanilla is here. Megumin is, I think, wasn't she up here somewhere? Where did I put Megumin? Oh yeah, I put her here in a strong unit here. And then last but not least, we are looking for Kamiko. There's Kamiko, and there's also Mel. Finally found it. They are both in the good units if you liking meta units. I might need to redo this Kamiko here because she might be our best earth damage option now that we don't get ray gun call up for now. So she might actually be worth to move up into the strong unit here. Mel on the other hand though, I don't know. Maybe again she could be good since we don't have accelerator. Maybe? That's hard to say, guys. Like, the whole thing that co-ops are now delayed makes ranking stuff a lot harder because I don't have a reference point. I know how good or bad they performed in JP when they had, you know, Yun and Accelerator as rivals to beat. Now that they don't exist, they might actually be better because they have no competition. So I don't know, guys. It's really hard. But yeah, you know what? Let's move Kamiko up. I think she might actually be worth to get. Not that I recommend something on the banner, but if you get her, she's probably not the worst to get because I think you can use her really, really well in a mage Earth Arena team. But yeah, that's it with the tier list. Sorry for all the blubbering around. But yeah, this is hard, guys. This is hard rankings. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this is a proper placement for these units or if you think another unit should be placed higher or lower. For example, would you place this Amy in the meta units here or not? I'm down for discussions. I'm down for opinions. But that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.